Hi, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. Today, we're diving into something really special: how to express emotions and feelings in English. From joy to frustration, learning these phrases can make conversations more meaningful and connect you with others in a powerful way.
Exactly, Jennifer. By learning how to express emotions clearly, you'll improve your communication skills and sound more natural in English. Today, we'll explore specific words and phrases for each feeling to help you describe your emotions confidently. Let's get started.
When you feel happy, you can say, "I am thrilled about this news," or "I feel so joyful right now." It's a simple way to show excitement and positivity in your words, and it helps others understand that you're truly happy.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You can also say, "I am on cloud nine today," or "this moment brings me so much joy." These phrases add warmth to your conversation and make it clear that you're genuinely happy, which makes the feeling contagious.
Sadness is important to express, too. You can say, "I feel really down today," or "I am heartbroken about what happened." Using phrases like these can help others understand your emotions and offer support when you need it most.
That's so true, Jennifer. You could also say, "I am feeling blue," or "I feel a deep sadness." These phrases are simple but powerful, letting you share your feelings openly and giving others a chance to respond with kindness and empathy.
Excitement adds energy to a conversation. You might say, "I am absolutely thrilled about this opportunity," or "I cannot wait to get started." These phrases show enthusiasm and make others excited to share the moment with you.
Yes, excitement is contagious. You can also say, "I am so pumped for the event," or "this is incredibly exciting for me." Adding these expressions makes your excitement clear and encourages positive interactions with others.
Fear can be tricky to express, but it's important. You could say, "I am really scared about this," or "I feel nervous and unsure." It's a way to be honest with others and let them understand that you're facing something challenging.
Great point, Jennifer. You might also say, "I am a bit anxious right now," or "this situation makes me uneasy." These phrases allow you to share fears openly, which often helps reduce anxiety when others offer support.
When you feel angry, clear words can help. You might say, "I feel upset about the way things happened," or "I am angry because I felt ignored." These phrases are direct, allowing you to express anger without escalating the situation.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You can also say, "I am frustrated with the outcome," or "I am unhappy with what happened." Expressing anger in a calm way makes it easier for others to understand and respond without creating tension.
Surprise is a fun emotion. You might say, "I am totally shocked by this news," or "I was not expecting that at all." Expressing surprise helps convey a sense of wonder or amazement, making the conversation feel lively and engaging.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another way to show surprise is to say, "I am blown away by how this turned out," or "this is a total surprise for me." Sharing surprise like this brings an element of excitement to any conversation.
Disappointment is a tough emotion, but expressing it can help. You might say, "I feel really let down by the result," or "I am disappointed because I expected more." Sharing these feelings can create understanding and open the door for support from others.
That's right, Jennifer. You could also say, "I am sad that things didn't go as planned," or "this is not what I hoped for." Using these phrases can help you communicate your feelings effectively, allowing others to respond compassionately.
When expressing love, it's important to be clear. You can say, "I love spending time with you," or "I care deeply about our friendship." These phrases show appreciation and strengthen the bonds with those you care about.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You can also express love by saying, "You mean so much to me," or "I really cherish our moments together." These heartfelt phrases deepen connections and help others feel valued and loved.
Confusion is another emotion that many people experience. You might say, "I feel confused about what to do next," or "I am not sure I understand this situation." These phrases let others know you need clarification, which can be helpful.
Exactly, Jennifer. You could also say, I am puzzled by what just happened, or this situation has left me unsure. By expressing confusion openly, you invite others to help clarify things for you, promoting better communication.
Frustration is common, and it's important to express it clearly. You might say, I feel frustrated with this project because it is not going as planned, or I am annoyed by the delays we are facing. These phrases communicate your feelings effectively.
That's a great point, Jennifer. You can also express frustration by saying, I am fed up with the lack of progress, or this situation is really testing my patience. Using these expressions helps others understand your emotional state and respond appropriately.
Hope is a positive emotion that encourages us. You might say, I am hopeful about the future, or I believe things will get better. These phrases convey optimism and can inspire others to feel the same way.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You can also say, I am looking forward to what lies ahead, or I have faith that we will overcome this challenge. Expressing hope encourages a positive mindset and brings a sense of encouragement to conversations.
Relief is a wonderful feeling to express. You might say, I feel so relieved that everything turned out fine, or I am grateful that the situation resolved itself. Sharing relief can enhance the positive energy in your conversations.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another way to express relief is to say, I am so glad that is over, or I feel a weight lifted off my shoulders. These phrases convey a sense of comfort and ease, making your conversations more relatable and engaging.
Guilt can be difficult to express, but sharing it can help. You might say, I feel guilty for what I said earlier, or I regret my actions and want to apologize. Being open about guilt can lead to understanding and reconciliation.
That's very true, Jennifer. You could also say, I am sorry for hurting your feelings, or I feel bad about how things turned out. Expressing guilt honestly helps others see your sincerity and can mend relationships.
Excitement is a joyful emotion that's fun to share. You might say, I am so excited to start this new project, or I can't wait for our trip next week. These expressions allow you to convey your enthusiasm, making conversations lively and engaging.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Another way to express excitement is to say, I feel thrilled about the upcoming event, or I am looking forward to our weekend plans. Sharing your excitement can motivate others and create a positive atmosphere around you.
Anxiety is a common emotion, and expressing it can help relieve pressure. You might say, I feel anxious about the upcoming exam, or I'm worried about how things will turn out. These phrases show that you are seeking support and understanding.
Exactly, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel uneasy about the situation, or I am nervous about making a big decision. Being open about anxiety encourages others to share their experiences and helps build empathy in your conversations.
Gratitude is an important emotion to express regularly. You might say, I am thankful for your support during tough times, or I appreciate everything you have done for me. These phrases show recognition and foster positive relationships.
That's right, Jennifer. You can also express gratitude by saying, I'm grateful for your friendship, or thank you for being there for me. Sharing your appreciation strengthens your bonds with others and creates a supportive environment.
Frustration is an emotion we all feel sometimes. You might say, I feel frustrated with this project because it is not going as planned, or I am annoyed that I can't find my keys. These phrases help you communicate your feelings honestly.
Exactly, Jennifer. You can also express frustration by saying, I'm having a hard time with this task, or I feel overwhelmed by the amount of work. Sharing your frustrations can lead to understanding and support from others who might feel the same way.
Sadness is a natural emotion, and it's important to express it. You might say, I feel sad because I miss my friends, or I am upset about not getting the job I wanted. These phrases help others understand what you're going through.
That's true, Jennifer. Another way to express sadness is to say, I feel down today, or I am struggling with this loss. Being open about your feelings allows you to connect with others who may have experienced similar emotions.
Joy is a beautiful emotion that can brighten conversations. You might say, I feel joyful when I spend time with my family, or I am so happy about my recent achievements. Sharing your joy invites others to celebrate with you.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You could also express joy by saying, I feel delighted by the beautiful weather, or I am thrilled about the surprise party. These phrases encourage positivity and create an uplifting atmosphere for everyone around you.
Love is one of the strongest emotions we can express. You might say, I love spending time with my family because they make me feel happy, or I feel deep affection for my close friends. These phrases can strengthen your connections.
That's right, Jennifer. You can express love by saying, I am grateful for the love and support I receive from my partner, or I cherish the moments I share with my loved ones. Sharing your feelings fosters closeness and understanding.
Another way to show love is to say, I truly appreciate all the little things you do for me. This highlights your attention to detail. You can also say, I feel warm inside when I think about how much you care. This adds a personal touch.
Yes, and you can also say, I have a lot of love for my community and enjoy helping others. That shows a broader kind of affection. You might also say, I feel lucky to have such wonderful people in my life. This emphasizes gratitude.
Additionally, you could say, my heart is full of love when I see my friends succeed. This reflects pride in others. Another way to express love is to say, I feel incredibly connected to you. This helps build strong emotional bonds.
Exactly, Jennifer. Remember that expressing love can be done in small ways too. You might say, I feel cared for when you listen to me. Simple phrases can carry a lot of weight in showing how much you value someone.
Hope is an uplifting emotion that can inspire others. You might say, I hope for a better future where everyone can be happy, or I believe things will improve soon. These phrases share optimism and positivity.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You can express hope by saying, I have faith that my hard work will pay off, or I feel hopeful about the changes happening in my life. This encourages others to share their aspirations.
Another way to express hope is to say, I am looking forward to the opportunities that lie ahead. This reflects anticipation. You can also say, I feel excited about what tomorrow may bring. It shows readiness for new experiences.
That's right. You might also say, I trust that everything happens for a reason. This expresses belief in the journey. Additionally, you could say, I feel inspired when I see others achieve their goals. This can motivate those around you.
You can share your hopes by saying, I dream of traveling the world one day. This shows personal ambition. Another phrase could be, I feel optimistic about my upcoming projects. It emphasizes confidence in future success.
Exactly, Jennifer. Remember that expressing hope can create a supportive environment. You might say, I feel uplifted by the support of my friends. This reinforces community and connection among people who care.
Disappointment is an emotion everyone experiences. You might say, I feel disappointed that I didn't get the promotion, or I am upset about missing the concert. These phrases allow you to communicate your feelings effectively.
That's true, Jennifer. You can express disappointment by saying, I had high hopes for that project and it didn't turn out as expected. This clarifies your feelings. Another way is to say, I feel let down when plans change unexpectedly.
Another way to express disappointment is to say, I feel frustrated because I was really looking forward to that event. This shows your emotional investment. You could also say, I am unhappy with the way things turned out.
Exactly, Jennifer. You might also say, I feel sad that I could not attend my friend's wedding. This conveys a personal connection. Additionally, you can say, I feel disheartened when things do not go according to plan.
Another phrase you could use is, I felt crushed when I received the bad news. This highlights the depth of your feelings. You could also say, I feel unmotivated after facing these setbacks. It shows the impact on your emotional state.
Yes, Jennifer, it's important to express disappointment to find support. You might say, I feel discouraged, but I will keep trying. This shows resilience. Remember, sharing these feelings can lead to constructive conversations and understanding.
Anger is a natural emotion that can be difficult to express. You might say, I feel angry when people are disrespectful to me. This clearly communicates your feelings. Another phrase could be, I am frustrated with how things turned out.
That's true, Jennifer. You can express anger by saying, I feel upset when my efforts go unrecognized. This emphasizes your feelings of injustice. Additionally, you might say, I get annoyed when interruptions happen during conversations.
Another way to express anger is to say, I feel hurt when someone makes negative comments about my work. This allows you to share personal feelings. You could also say, I feel furious when I see unfair treatment. This highlights strong emotions.
Exactly, Jennifer. You might say, I feel irritated when I wait too long for someone. This shows impatience. Another phrase could be, I feel angry when things do not go my way. It conveys a sense of control over your environment.
You could also express anger by saying, I feel overwhelmed when I have too many responsibilities. This reflects frustration. Another option is, I feel rage when I witness injustice in society. This can inspire others to think critically.
Yes, Jennifer, it's important to express anger constructively. You can say, I feel angry, but I will address it calmly. This shows emotional maturity. Sharing how you feel can lead to resolution and understanding in relationships.
Joy is a beautiful emotion to express. You might say, I feel joyful when I spend time with my family. This shares happiness with others. Another phrase could be, I am thrilled about my upcoming vacation. This shows excitement for future events.
That's right, Jennifer. You can express joy by saying, I feel grateful for the wonderful friends in my life. This fosters connection. You might also say, I feel ecstatic when I achieve my goals. This emphasizes personal success and happiness.
Another way to express joy is to say, I feel a sense of peace when I am outdoors. This shares your love for nature. You could also say, I feel pure happiness when I see my pet. This highlights the simple joys in life.
Exactly, Jennifer. You might say, I feel uplifted when I listen to my favorite music. This connects joy to activities. Another phrase could be, I feel elated when I receive good news. This expresses the impact of positive experiences.
You can also express joy by saying, I feel alive when I travel to new places. This shows a sense of adventure. Another option is, I feel excited when I meet new people. This conveys openness to experiences.
Yes, Jennifer, sharing joy can inspire others. You might say, I feel immense joy when I celebrate special moments with friends. This reinforces community. Remember, expressing joy creates a positive environment for everyone involved.
Sadness is a common emotion that can be challenging to share. You might say, I feel sad when I miss my friends who live far away. This connects feelings to personal experiences. Another phrase could be, I feel down when it rains for too long.
That's true, Jennifer. You can express sadness by saying, I feel heavy-hearted when I watch sad movies. This allows others to understand your feelings. Another phrase could be, I feel blue when I think about lost opportunities.
Another way to express sadness is to say, I feel lonely when I am not surrounded by loved ones. This highlights the importance of connection. You could also say, I feel sorrowful when I hear about tragedies in the news.
Exactly, Jennifer. You might say, I feel upset when my plans fall through. This conveys disappointment. Additionally, you could say, I feel melancholic when I reflect on my past. This allows for deeper emotional exploration.
You can also express sadness by saying, I feel lost when I face big changes in life. This shows vulnerability. Another option is, I feel heartbroken when a friendship ends. This can lead to discussions about personal growth and healing.
Yes, Jennifer, it's essential to express sadness to seek support. You might say, I feel sad, but I know I can talk to my friends about it. This encourages open communication. Remember, sharing these feelings helps build connections and understanding.
Expressing excitement can be uplifting. You might say, I am thrilled about the weekend plans with my friends. This shares joy with others. Another example is, I am really looking forward to my next travel adventure. It shows enthusiasm for what's ahead.
Great example. Jennifer, you could say, I am super excited about starting my new project. This shows motivation. Another way is, I feel pumped up for the concert next week. This reflects energy and eagerness for fun events.
Yes, Daniel's saying, I am counting down the days until my birthday is a fun way to share excitement. Or you could say, I am so happy that I get to try something new. This expresses joy and anticipation in a relatable way.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another way is, I am bursting with excitement for my upcoming trip. This shows high energy. Or you could say, I can't wait to see my family soon. This adds warmth, connecting excitement to relationships.
Definitely, Daniel's saying, I am thrilled to try a new hobby is a nice way to show excitement about personal growth. Or, I am over the moon about my achievements this month. It's a proud and joyful expression of accomplishment.
Good points, Jennifer. Another phrase could be, I am so excited to meet my new team members. It's positive and welcoming. Or say, I feel a thrill just thinking about what's coming next. This shows readiness and enthusiasm for future opportunities.
Expressing calm is important for peace of mind. You could say, I feel relaxed when I listen to soft music. This shows a calming effect from activities. Another example is, I feel peaceful in nature. It shares the value of being outdoors.
That's a great example, Jennifer. Another way is, I feel calm when I meditate in the mornings. This shows the effect of routines. Or say, I feel at ease when I organize my surroundings. It connects calmness to a peaceful environment.
Exactly, Daniel. You could also say, I feel centered after doing yoga. This shows balance. Or try, I feel serene when I watch the sunrise. This connects calmness with beautiful natural moments and gives people a simple way to relax.
True. Jennifer, another phrase is, I find calm in reading a good book. It's a calming hobby. Or say, I feel relaxed when I take a walk in the park. It reminds people that calmness can come from simple outdoor activities.
Good point. Daniel saying, I feel restful when I spend time with my pets is a great way to show calmness in companionship. Or I feel at peace when I practice deep breathing. It shows a quick way to bring calm in any situation.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Expressing calm can be helpful. Saying, I feel tranquil after a warm cup of tea is another example. Or you could say, I feel at ease when I focus on positive thoughts. This shows the role of mindset in calmness.
Curiosity leads to learning. You could say, I am curious to know how this works. This shows interest in understanding new things. Another phrase is, I want to learn more about different cultures. This reflects curiosity about the world.
Great examples, Jennifer. You can also say, I wonder how technology will change our lives. It shows curiosity about the future. Another example is, I am eager to understand new languages. It shows an open mind towards learning.
Yes, Daniel, you might also say, I am interested in knowing more about art history. This shows curiosity about the past. Or you could say, I feel curious about how people achieve success. It's a way to explore motivation and goals.
Definitely, Jennifer. Saying, I am fascinated by space and the universe shows a broad interest. Or try, I am always eager to learn new skills. It shows a positive approach to growth and self-improvement.
Exactly, Daniel. You could say, I am curious about how nature works. This opens doors to learning about science. Or try, I wonder how people think and make decisions. It reflects curiosity about human behavior.
Good points, Jennifer. Another phrase could be, I am curious to explore different cuisines. It shows curiosity through taste and experiences. Or say, I feel intrigued by how inventions come to be. This opens up curiosity about creativity.
Expressing frustration can release tension. You might say, I feel frustrated when things don't go as planned. This shows disappointment. Another way is, I get annoyed when I can't find my keys. It's a relatable way to share common frustrations.
Good examples, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel irritated when traffic slows me down. It shares frustration over everyday issues. Another option is, I feel upset when my work isn't appreciated. This shows frustration at being undervalued.
Yes, Daniel saying, I get frustrated when I forget something important can connect with many people. Or you could say, I feel tense when I am running late. It's a simple way to share common anxieties with others.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Another example is, I get discouraged when I don't see progress. It shows frustration during challenges. Or try, I feel impatient when waiting in long lines. This highlights everyday situations where patience is tested.
Good point, Daniel. You might say, I feel annoyed when things break unexpectedly, or I feel stressed when I have too many tasks to handle. These express common frustrations that people feel, helping them relate and communicate effectively.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another phrase could be, I feel exasperated when misunderstandings happen, or you might say, I feel overwhelmed when I am given last-minute work. These show frustration in work and relationships.
Relief can feel like a weight lifted. You could say, I feel relieved when a problem is solved. It shows the end of a worrying. Another example is, I am glad I found my lost wallet. It's a relatable expression of relief after resolving a stressor.
True. Jennifer, saying, I feel better now that the exam is over shares relief after a stressful event. Or, I feel a sense of calm after hearing good news. This shows how relief can come from positive outcomes.
Absolutely, Daniel. You might also say, I am relieved to know my friend is safe. It connects relief to care for others. Another example is, I am glad the rainy weather finally cleared up. It's a simple but relatable way to express relief.
Yes, Jennifer. Another way is, I feel grateful the issue was resolved quickly. It's a positive way to show relief. Or say, I am happy the project is complete. This expresses the satisfaction of finishing something big.
Exactly, Daniel. You could say, I feel reassured after receiving support from friends. It shows relief from others' help. Another way is, I feel peace now that my responsibilities are done. It highlights relief after a productive day.
Good points, Jennifer. Expressing relief can be comforting. Saying, I feel lucky the challenge was easier than expected can make others feel supported. Or try, I feel at ease knowing I prepared well. This shows relief from readiness.
Disappointment can be hard to express, but saying, I feel disappointed when things don't go as I hoped makes it clear. Another example is, I feel let down when plans change suddenly. It's a simple way to share disappointment in everyday situations.
Exactly, Jennifer. You might also say, I feel upset when I don't meet my own goals. It's a way to express frustration with yourself. Another option is, I feel let down when a friend cancels plans. It's common and shows that you value time with others.
Good points, Daniel. You could also say, I feel sad when someone doesn't keep their promises. It expresses disappointment in a gentle way. Another option is, I feel discouraged when I don't see improvement. It's an honest way to share self-doubt.
Right, Jennifer. Here's another. I feel a little heartbroken when I don't achieve what I worked for. It shows you care deeply. Or you could say, I feel defeated when I keep facing the same challenge. This expression shares resilience and emotion.
Well said, Daniel. Another example is, I feel disappointed when efforts go unrecognized. It's a simple way to share your feelings at work or school. You can also say, I feel down when things don't turn out how I planned. It's relatable and real.
Good examples, Jennifer. You might also say, I feel blue when I miss an important opportunity. It captures a specific disappointment. Or, I feel disheartened when I give my best, but it isn't enough. This is a heartfelt way to share disappointment.
Surprise can be positive or negative. You might say, I am thrilled when I receive unexpected good news. This shows excitement. Or say, I feel shocked when something catches me off guard. It's a way to share a moment of unexpected emotion.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another way to say it is, I feel amazed when I see something wonderful. This is a joyful surprise. Or, I feel startled when there's a sudden noise. This expression is useful in many surprising situations.
Great examples, Daniel. You could also say, I am pleasantly surprised when I find extra time in my day. It's a happy moment of surprise. Another option is, I am taken aback when someone does something kind for me. This shows gratitude with surprise.
That's a good one. Jennifer, you can also say, I feel astonished when I achieve more than I expected. It's a positive form of surprise. Another example is, I am shocked when something unexpected happens at work. This covers a range of feelings.
Yes, Daniel. Another example is, I am surprised when I receive a compliment. It's common and positive. Or try, I feel amazed when I learn something new. It's a simple but powerful way to show excitement and appreciation for new experiences.
Well put. Jennifer, you might also say, I feel thrilled when I receive an unexpected gift. It expresses joy. Another example is, I feel curious when someone surprises me with a new idea. It shows both interest and an element of surprise.
Confidence is key, you could say. I feel strong when I prepare well. This shows that confidence can grow from hard work. Or try, I am confident when I know I have done my best. It's simple and empowering for many situations.
Right, Jennifer. Another way to express confidence is, I feel assured when I trust my skills. It's great for sharing your self-belief. Or say, I feel capable when I can solve a problem on my own. It's a way to show pride in your abilities.
Great examples, Daniel. Another way to put it is, I feel bold when I take on a new challenge. This phrase captures excitement. Or, I am self-assured when I know my facts. It's good for situations where knowledge brings confidence.
Exactly, Jennifer. You might also say, I feel ready when I prepare thoroughly. This builds on preparation as a confidence booster. Or say, I feel empowered when I make my own choices. It's a strong way to express independence.
Yes, Daniel. Another one is, I feel brave when I try something new. This is perfect for stepping out of your comfort zone. Or say, I feel resilient when I overcome obstacles. It's a great way to show confidence in tough situations.
Perfect. Jennifer, you can also say, I feel positive when I work toward my goals. This shows long-term confidence. Or, I feel courageous when I stand up for myself. It's a phrase that works well for personal situations.
Empathy helps us connect with others. You could say, I feel concerned when a friend is upset. It's simple and caring. Or, I feel compassionate when someone shares their story. It shows you're listening and willing to understand.
Good points, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel for you when someone is going through a tough time. It's a supportive phrase. Or, I feel understanding when I put myself in another's shoes. This phrase is helpful for showing empathy.
Right, Daniel. Another option is, I feel caring when I help a friend. It's straightforward and kind. Or say, I feel moved when someone shares a personal experience. This shows deep empathy in emotional moments.
Great examples, Jennifer. Another way to put it is, I feel supportive when someone needs a friend. It's perfect for offering comfort. Or say, I feel warm-hearted when I see people helping each other. It's a simple way to show you care.
Absolutely, Daniel. You might also say, I feel understanding when someone shares their feelings. It's honest and caring. Another is, I feel connected when I listen closely. It shows empathy and the value of listening.
Well said, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel close when I am there for a friend in need. This is simple yet meaningful. Or say, I feel grateful when people trust me with their feelings. It shows empathy and appreciation.
Excitement is such a joyful feeling. You can say, I feel thrilled when I plan a trip. It's perfect for fun events. Or say, I am excited when I start a new project. This shows your eagerness for new experiences.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel pumped when I have something to look forward to. It's casual and energetic. Another example is, I feel overjoyed when I see my friends. It's a great way to express happiness in social situations.
Great examples, Daniel. Another phrase is, I feel enthusiastic when I learn something new. It's wonderful for showing excitement about growth. Or say, I feel alive when I try something adventurous. This phrase is perfect for new challenges.
Exactly, Jennifer. You could say, I feel energized when I reach a goal. It shows pride and excitement together. Or, I feel delighted when I discover new places. It's a positive way to express joy in exploring.
Yes, Daniel. Another one is, I feel eager when I have new plans. It's simple and forward-looking. Or say, I feel happy when I meet new people. It's a great phrase for showing enthusiasm in social settings.
Well put, Jennifer. You can also say, I feel inspired when I see people achieving their dreams. It's a wonderful phrase for positive energy. Another example is, I feel joyful when I am with loved ones. It's warm and heartfelt.
Frustration is natural. You could say, I feel annoyed when things don't go as planned. It's direct and simple. Or say, I feel irritated when I can't solve a problem. It's a straightforward way to express everyday frustrations.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel bothered when I can't reach my goals. This shows a focus on goals. Or, I feel stressed when I have too many tasks. It's a common and relatable phrase.
Good points, Daniel. Another way is, I feel upset when my hard work doesn't pay off. It's honest and relatable. Or say, I feel impatient when I have to wait too long. It's a great phrase for common, everyday frustrations.
Definitely, Jennifer. You could say, I feel troubled when I face unexpected issues. This is good for difficult moments. Another example is, I feel helpless when I can't help others. It's empathetic and emotional.
Yes, Daniel. Another way to put it is, I feel tense when I am unsure of what's next. It's honest and relatable. Or, I feel drained when things go wrong. It's a simple phrase for describing emotional exhaustion.
Perfect examples, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel overwhelmed when I have too much to handle. It's relatable and clear. Another one is, I feel defeated when I don't succeed after trying hard. This shows honesty and vulnerability.
Disappointment is common. You could say, I feel let down when things don't work out. It's simple and straightforward. Or, I feel sad when my expectations aren't met. This phrase is helpful for explaining when things don't go as hoped.
Yes, Jennifer. Another way to say it is, I feel discouraged when my hard work doesn't show results. It's honest. You could also say, I feel disappointed when plans change suddenly. This is great for those unexpected moments.
Good points, Danielle. You could also say, I feel down when I don't achieve my goals. It's a simple way to express sadness. Or say, I feel hurt when people break promises. This phrase is useful for expressing emotional disappointment.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another example is, I feel sad when I miss out on opportunities. It's relatable. You could also say, I feel unhappy when things don't go as expected. It's simple and clear for daily use.
Great examples, Daniel. You could say, I feel let down when people don't keep their word. It's a powerful way to show personal disappointment. Or say, I feel discouraged when things don't go smoothly. This is perfect for sharing frustrations.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Another one is, I feel empty when I can't achieve what I hoped for. It's emotional and clear. Or, I feel hurt when my efforts aren't appreciated. This phrase is strong and helps convey a personal feeling.
When you're confused, you can say, I feel puzzled when instructions aren't clear. It's very relatable. Or, I feel lost when I don't understand something. This phrase is good for showing a sense of confusion or being unsure.
Right, Jennifer. Another way is, I feel uncertain when things are unclear. It's simple and perfect for daily use. You could also say, I feel mixed up when I can't figure things out. This is a more casual way to show confusion.
Good examples, Daniel. Another one is, I feel baffled when things don't make sense. It's good for expressing deep confusion. Or, I feel unclear about what to do next. This phrase shows hesitation and need for guidance.
Absolutely, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel unsure when I don't have all the facts. It's a helpful way to ask for information. Or, I feel foggy when I'm tired or overwhelmed. This is perfect for expressing confusion in a personal way.
Exactly, Daniel. Another phrase is, I feel puzzled when I hear too many ideas at once. It's great for busy or overwhelming situations. Or, I feel clueless when I'm not familiar with something. This is simple and straightforward.
Well said, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel lost when I'm new to something. This shows a need for support. Or, I feel uncertain when I don't know what's expected. It's a clear and useful phrase for moments of doubt.
When you feel grateful, a good phrase is, I feel thankful for the help I receive. This phrase is simple and heartfelt. You could also say, I feel lucky to have people who care. It's a positive way to show appreciation.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Another way to say it is, I feel grateful for the little things in life. It's a nice way to focus on small joys. Or, I feel blessed to have supportive friends. This phrase is meaningful and uplifting.
Good point, Daniel. You might also say, I feel happy when others are kind to me. It's simple and easy to use. Or say, I feel appreciative of the help I get. This is a good phrase for showing respect for others' efforts.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another example is, I feel touched when someone does something nice. It's personal and warm. Or, I feel fortunate to have the resources I need. This is perfect for expressing gratitude in a thoughtful way.
Well said, Daniel. You could say, I feel honored to be trusted by others. It's strong and respectful. Or, I feel joyful when people go out of their way for me. This phrase captures a deep sense of gratitude.
Great examples, Jennifer. Another one is, I feel indebted to those who support me. It's a little formal but useful. Or, I feel uplifted when people show kindness. This phrase is positive and full of warmth.
Absolutely, Daniel. You could also say, I feel grateful for every opportunity. This phrase works in many situations. Or, I feel privileged to have good people in my life. It's a powerful way to show deep appreciation. When you feel enthusiastic, you could say, I feel excited to start something new. It's simple and shows positive energy. Or, I feel pumped to meet my goals. This phrase is good for showing high motivation.
Right, Jennifer. Another one is, I feel thrilled about new adventures. It's a fun way to express excitement. Or, I feel eager to learn more. This phrase is helpful when you're ready for growth and discovery.
Great examples, Danielle. You could also say, I feel motivated to keep moving forward. It's direct and useful. Or, I feel energized by new challenges. This phrase is good for showing excitement about taking things on.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Another example is, I feel positive about upcoming projects. It's helpful and optimistic. Or, I feel ready to face what's next. This is great for showing readiness for new experiences.
Exactly, Daniel. You could also say, I feel inspired to create something unique. It's very creative. Or, I feel ambitious about the future. This phrase is perfect for long-term excitement and planning.
Well said, Jennifer. Another option is, I feel passionate about what I do. This is great for career-related conversations. Or, I feel driven to make a difference. It's powerful and shows deep enthusiasm for impact.
Great additions, Daniel. Another one is, I feel hopeful about what's coming. It's optimistic and shows readiness. Or, I feel committed to achieving my dreams. This phrase shows dedication and a strong, positive outlook. When you want to express calmness, you can say, I feel at peace with my decisions. This is a great way to show inner peace. Or, I feel centered and focused. This phrase is useful for showing calmness in stressful times.
Good examples, Jennifer. Another option is, I feel grounded and steady. It's a nice way to show stability. Or, I feel relaxed and free from worrying. This phrase works well when you're feeling stress-free.
Absolutely, Daniel. You might also say, I feel content with where I am. It's peaceful and positive. Or, I feel calm and ready to face the day. This phrase helps show a relaxed readiness.
Perfect, Jennifer. You could say, I feel balanced and at ease. This is helpful for showing calmness. Or, I feel serene in this moment. This phrase is excellent for times of deep relaxation.
Good point, Daniel. Another phrase is, I feel at rest in my mind and body. It's powerful and shows complete calm. Or, I feel open and accepting of what comes. This phrase shows calm acceptance and readiness.
Well said, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel relaxed with the choices I've made. It's peaceful and affirming. Or, I feel like I can handle things calmly. This phrase is great for expressing confidence in your calm state.
Exactly, Daniel. Another example is, I feel safe and secure. This is great for expressing calmness in life. Or, I feel a deep sense of tranquility. This phrase is perfect when you feel fully relaxed and at peace. When you feel curious, a good phrase is, I feel eager to explore new things. This is simple and direct. Or, I feel curious about the world. This phrase is great for showing interest in learning.
Great examples, Jennifer. You can also say, I feel excited to discover new ideas. It's a fun way to express curiosity. Or, I feel interested in understanding more. This phrase is helpful in study or research settings.
Good points, Danielle. You might say, I feel like asking questions to learn. It's easy to understand. Or, I feel like diving deeper into topics. This phrase is useful when you're interested in gaining more knowledge.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Another one is, I feel drawn to explore different viewpoints. It's thoughtful and open-minded. Or, I feel inspired to investigate. This phrase is good for showing a strong curiosity to learn.
Exactly, Daniel. Another phrase is, I feel intrigued by how things work. This is great for expressing a technical curiosity. Or, I feel interested in gaining new skills. This is a helpful way to show you're curious and motivated.
Well said, Jennifer. You can also say, I feel like uncovering hidden details. This is good for detailed work. Or, I feel ready to look at things from new perspectives. This phrase shows openness to learning.
Perfect, Daniel. You could also say, I feel captivated by fresh ideas. It's great for showing interest in creativity. Or, I feel ready to expand my knowledge. This phrase is ideal for expressing a love for learning. To express enthusiasm, you can say, I feel thrilled about this opportunity. It's simple and positive. Or, I feel excited to dive in. This phrase works well to show eagerness for something new.
Great examples, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel eager to get started. It shows high energy and readiness. Or, I feel so pumped for this. This phrase is casual and perfect for expressing strong excitement.
Absolutely, Daniel. You might also say, I feel motivated to give it my all. This phrase works well for showing dedication. Or, I feel inspired and ready to go. It's positive and encouraging, perfect for a new project.
Perfect, Jennifer. You could say, I feel energized by this challenge. It shows enthusiasm for a difficult task. Or, I feel like I'm on fire today. This phrase is a casual way to show extreme excitement.
Great, Daniel. Another option is, I feel passionate about what I'm doing. It's excellent for expressing deep enthusiasm. Or, I feel so focused and driven. This phrase is ideal for showing motivation in an enthusiastic way.
Well said, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel alive and ready for anything. This phrase is great for showing eagerness. Or, I feel excited to tackle this head-on. This phrase shows readiness and a positive attitude.
Exactly, Daniel. Another example is, I feel overjoyed to be part of this. This phrase works well in a group setting. Or, I feel absolutely pumped for what's next. This phrase is perfect for showing strong enthusiasm. When expressing nervousness, you could say, I feel a bit anxious about this. It's clear and honest. Or, I feel like I have butterflies in my stomach. This phrase is a common way to show a mild form of nervousness.
Nice examples, Jennifer. You might also say, I feel a bit tense right now. It's short and to the point. Or, I feel uneasy about how it will go. This phrase is direct and helpful to express worrying.
Good points, Daniel. You could say, I feel nervous but hopeful. This phrase shows a mix of emotions. Or, I feel like I'm on edge. It's simple and good for showing slight tension.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Another one is, I feel a bit shaky about it. It's relatable and shows nervousness. Or, I feel like I need to take a deep breath. This phrase is excellent when calming nerves.
Exactly, Daniel. Another example is, I feel a bit overwhelmed. It's helpful when you feel anxious. Or, I feel unsure but I'm trying to stay calm. This phrase shows nervousness with a positive angle.
Well said, Jennifer. You might also say, I feel a bit vulnerable in this situation. This is useful for honesty. Or, I feel slightly out of my comfort zone. This phrase works well to show nervousness and growth.
Perfect, Daniel. Another example could be, I feel worried but I'll do my best. This phrase is reassuring. Or, I feel nervous but ready to learn. This phrase is great for handling nerves with a positive outlook. To show satisfaction, you might say, I feel content with how things turned out. It's simple and direct. Or, I feel pleased with the results. This phrase is a polite way to show satisfaction.
Great examples, Jennifer. You could also say, I feel like everything went smoothly. This phrase is useful to show calm satisfaction. Or, I feel fulfilled after completing this. It's ideal for a job well done.
Absolutely, Daniel. Another way to express it is, I feel genuinely happy with the outcome. It's clear and positive. Or, I feel like I accomplished what I wanted. This phrase shows both satisfaction and achievement.
Nice. Jennifer, you might also say, I feel at peace with the results. It's a great way to show inner satisfaction. Or, I feel like my efforts paid off. This phrase is perfect to express satisfaction after hard work.
Well said, Daniel. You could say, I feel proud of what we achieved. It's personal and meaningful. Or, I feel happy with how things ended. This is a relaxed, positive way to show satisfaction.
Good points, Jennifer. Another option is, I feel very grateful for this experience. It combines satisfaction with gratitude. Or, I feel pleased with everyone's effort. This phrase works well in a team setting.
Exactly, Daniel. A final example is, I feel really satisfied with how it went. It's simple but effective. Or, I feel that everything came together nicely. This phrase is great to show calm, collected satisfaction. To express frustration, you can say, I feel stuck and it's frustrating. It's direct and relatable. Or, I feel like nothing is working out. This phrase is useful when things don't go as planned.
Good examples, Jennifer. You might also say, I feel annoyed with the situation. This phrase is straightforward. Or, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. This is a common way to show frustration with a challenge.
Absolutely, Daniel. Another option is, I feel irritated that progress is slow. It's a helpful phrase for minor frustrations. Or, I feel like I'm running in circles. This shows a repeated feeling of frustration.
Nice. Jennifer, you could say, I feel discouraged by this setback. This phrase combines frustration with disappointment. Or, I feel like I'm not moving forward. This is a simple way to express lack of progress.
Great points, Daniel. Another phrase is, I feel upset by these delays. It's brief and honest. Or, I feel like things are getting out of control. This shows frustration when situations become overwhelming.
Well said, Jennifer. You could say, I feel a bit fed up with this. It's a polite way to express frustration. Or, I feel drained by this situation. This phrase showed how frustration can affect your energy.
Perfect, Daniel. You might also say, I feel exhausted from dealing with this. It's great for showing the emotional toll. Or, I feel a bit overwhelmed right now. This phrase shows frustration mixed with stress. To express joy, you might say, I feel so happy about this news. It shows your excitement. You could also say, I feel thrilled to be here. This phrase highlights your positive feelings in the moment.
Great start, Jennifer. Another way to express joy is by saying, I feel on top of the world today. It's a fun way to show happiness. You can also say, I feel full of joy right now. This captures your emotional state beautifully.
Absolutely, Daniel. You might say, I feel overjoyed with the results. It conveys a strong sense of happiness. Another option is, I feel so grateful for this opportunity. This phrase shows joy combined with appreciation.
Nice examples. Jennifer, you can also say, I feel like I can't stop smiling. This expresses genuine joy. Or, I feel really excited about what's coming next. It shows your enthusiasm for the future.
Well said, Daniel. A simple expression is, I feel delighted to share this moment. It's perfect for joyful occasions. You could also say, I feel a sense of happiness in my heart. This is a lovely way to express deep joy.
Great points, Jennifer. Another phrase is, I feel a burst of happiness right now. It's vivid and exciting. You might say, I feel incredibly blessed. This captures the joy of feeling fortunate.
Exactly, Daniel. You could also express joy by saying, I feel really lucky to have this experience. It connects joy to gratitude. Lastly, you can say, I feel like everything is going my way. This phrase conveys a positive outlook. Thank you for joining us in this episode. We hope you found helpful ways to express your emotions and feelings in English.
Absolutely. Remember, sharing your feelings can strengthen your connections with others. Keep practicing these phrases.
We look forward to our next conversation. Until then, keep expressing yourself.
Yes, see you next time. Happy learning.